If you thought goldenly breaded McDonald's chicken couldn't get more golden, think Golder! Because new sweet and smoky special edition gold sauce is here. Made for your chicken favorites.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
What is Cafe Mocha? Cafe Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is In Vogue.
This is India Ari.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
Cafe Mocha, Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo. I'm the producer, Angelique. We're celebrating Labor Day weekend. Hopefully you got the coals burning, the chicken marinating, the potato salad chilling in the fridge. Get the party started. We've been talking forever about the HBCU First Look Film Festival. And honestly, I've never been. Ain't nobody invited me yet. It's at Howard, but Lonnie is deeply involved. She watched all the films. She goes out and meets the college kids. So remind us and tell us about this HBCU First Look Film Festival.
Now, this was developed by our executive producer, Sheila Eldridge. We have no film festival that is dedicated to the HBCU experience through HBCU filmmakers. So this will be the third annual one. It will be at Howard University, November the 6th through the 8th. And the exciting news that we did announce is that we have Marseille Martin as our creative ambassador, which is it's just phenomenal because, you know, she's of a younger generation. So we want her to come and give her experience of being a producer, being a television star. So it was a great get.
For people who don't know who she is, she's the daughter on Boo Boo
She was
Show.
on Blackish. She was on the show Blackish as the daughter, Anthony Anderson's daughter. She's been on The Real many times.
She executive produced Saturdays, the Disney show that I played the role Duchess on.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So she's like deep into she did a movie with Issa Rae and Regina Hall. So
that was cute. That was a cute
It
movie.
was a really cute movie. So she is and what I love about Marseille is that she has a strong bond with her family, and that's what keeps her grounded. So when we were talking with them, you know, it was a collaborative effort to help us with this film festival. So to get someone of her caliber and her experience, we are very, very excited. And we are still accepting submissions, short films, long films. If you are a HBCU filmmaker, you can still submit. You just go to hbcufirstlook.com. It has all the information there, but this is going to be a phenomenal weekend. We're going to keep announcing because we have different workshops, we have different people. Like last year we had the wonderful David Talbert. We're working on people that are in the industry to come. We had Ruth Carter come, and you know, so this is just a wonderful event that's put on by Cafe Mocha.
Wait though.
What?
The first year the Obamas were there and they debuted their film. So this is serious business.
Yeah,
Even if you
and guess what? Breaking news.
What?
I'll be there.
okay.
Go yo-yo, go yo-yo, go.
I guess we got to get Angelique a ticket. So
All right. I see how
But-
y'all treat me. It's okay.
we will, you know, this will be season 3 of the HBCU First Look Film Festival. We want all that are in that want to come to please come. November the 6th through the 8th at Howard University. And you know, if you know someone that's a filmmaker at HBCU, tell them to submit and we'll do our thing.
And it's not just, guys, it's not just filmmakers. David Talbert will again be hosting his masterclass. Lonnie, do you remember what it was about last year? Was it acting? Was it filmmaking?
Yes, he was David Talbert, who is the director and producer and writer, gave a masterclass on actual film production. And it was one of the knockout master classes. We also had writers from CBS that came in and gave master classes and advice about film and production. So,
when we talk about just being, about being in the right place at the right time, and when you want to talk about relationships and building, these are
Mm-hmm.
places you want to be. Even if you don't have everything that you need, this is a film festival you want to be in attendance of because so many people are there. You can ask questions. You want to put yourself in a room with people who are doing great things or in the same caliber that you're trying to achieve.
Right, right. Also, this just in, Lynn Whitfield's going to be there this year too.
oh yeah, we love the wonderful actress Lynn Whitfield. You know her from Greenleaf. You know her from that classic movie with Martin.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
yeah, it's a Thin Line.
Yeah.
And
So
line between love and hate, yes.
yes, so we love, and it's gonna be like we said. If you go to the website, you will see all of these wonderful additions and who's coming, and it's just gonna be a great event. So make sure you tune in. Go to hbcufirstlook.com to get all the information, all the submissions. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. We're gonna get you there, Angelique. We're gonna get you there. I got some
Mhm.
miles.
Okay.
It's Cafe Mocha.
We're talking about the HBCU First Look Film Festival coming up at Howard University November 6th through the 8th. Go to hbcufirstlook.com.
That's the kind of girl I need down with my team.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo. I'm Angelique on the line. One of our favorite people, Terry J. Vaughn. Welcome back to Cafe Mocha.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, ladies, for always inviting me in. I appreciate that.
We are so excited for you. You are the executive producer of this new comedy, She the People. It's a political comedy. Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
Yes. So it is a comedic, it's a political satire. Very much in the vein of Veep. I don't know if you guys ever watched that show.
Yeah.
And so my character is Antoinette Dunkerson, and we start the season with her running for lieutenant governor in the state of Mississippi.
Oh, Lord.
And yes, so all the things, just that everything that was in that oh Lord, that's exactly what we get to unpack on our show. So I think she's smart. She's worked her ass off. She comes from very humble beginnings. She basically grew up in the hood. Her family is still very hood, though she's, just been smart and worked her way up through politics. And now she's in the space where she is going to become the first Black female lieutenant governor in the state of Mississippi. Wow. And, watching her, we get to watch her code switch, in the political space. There's one way, but then when she's with her family and her friends, it's a whole nother version of her. She gets to let loose a little bit more.
A little bit or a lot?
There's a lot that she has to deal with. A lot that she has to, the governor, he's a very red, white Republican figure, and watching her have to deal with him, and he's racist and he's belittling in a fun way that she has to find out how to navigate through that. So watching her juggle that, and she has 2 kids. She's a single mom, co-parenting with her ex-husband. She has her ghetto ass cousin is her assistant. And, and she's trying to really make a difference in her state, for her community, for her people. And she runs up against a lot of, just a lot of blocks, a lot of roadblocks that she has to navigate through.
I love it. She the People is the second series under Tyler Perry's multi-year First Look creative partnership with Netflix, which he's writing, producing, and directing films and faith-based features. To me, Terry, we've been in this business a long time. And to be able to have this type of project, is this something that you always like hope would come through someone like a Tyler Perry?
Yeah, well, this is a project. So I've always wanted to have my own television series. I've been, on the ground pitching for the past at least 20 years.
Wow.
Show ideas. And this show is a show that came to me about, and literally when I say came to me, I mean came to my spirit about 7 or 8 years ago, when my girlfriend, London Breed, became the first Black female mayor of the city of San Francisco.
Yeah.
And watching all the stuff that she had to go through, knowing her upbringing, her background, I've always been really proud of her. And then once she got put in that position, just all the stuff that she had to deal with.
Oh boy,
and
Did
it
she?
was always, yeah. So it was always a great story for me. Like when she became mayor and she won and she had to do this whole special election because they just was not having it and she still won. I was like, oh my God, that would be a great television series because I've always loved Veep. And I was like, that would be so good. This Black girl from the hood, she works her way up, she's in politics, and she becomes the mayor of this great city. So I've always thought that story was amazing, and it could be told in a very comical way so that we can address some really serious, hard issues that we have to deal with in real life, but being able to make it more digestible through a comedy lens. So I have been working and actually pitching this show for years. And I teamed up with a writer whom I loved. I finally met the right writer because I was having meetings with writers to try to team up with to develop the show idea. And I was finally introduced to Naya Palmer, and we just hit it off right away. I just love her. She got me. I got her. Her style of comedy was just really irreverent, and it was just like what I love. She's the type of comedy writer that I love. So we teamed up and we developed the story out more. And, she got busy working because she was writing on Run the World. I was getting busy just working on shows, directing shows and movies. So we had kind of put the project down. And what was that, 2023, when the writer's strike and the actor's strike happened?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And none of us, all our jobs went away. All of my work went away. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting at home and I was like, this cannot be okay. I cannot be in this position. What can I do? And so I was like, let me pick up She the People. And so I picked it up. I called Naya. I was like, Naya, look, I know we're all on strike, but would you be willing to write a proof of concept that if I can put a team together to shoot a proof of concept of this show, would you write it? And she was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And so during the strike, we were at work. We were writing this, getting this together. Because of the topic of the show, I thought it would be really important to have someone who was well versed in this world, this political world, and someone that I liked, of course. And so I thought of Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Oh, yeah.
And I reached out to her. And I was like, look, Keisha, I'm putting together this show. I would love to tell you about it. And so she met with me. I told her the show idea and she loved it. She was like, Terry, I love this idea and absolutely whatever you need from me. I'm in. I'm down. And I was like, what?
Oh, what
Go
a
ahead.
blessing.
And I just wanted to remind people that Keisha Lance Bottoms was I know people in Atlanta know her, but she was the mayor of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes, she was our wonderful mayor here in Atlanta and went on to be on the advisory team for Biden. So, this is really her wheelhouse. And having her to be able to share stories of things that she has experienced, being in that world as a Black woman, it just added more meat for our stories. And so we did. So we shot this proof of concept, just put all our heart and soul into it. And when the strike was over, I had my team, my agents, I was like, look, you guys, I got this product. And I showed them. Everyone loved it. I was like, I want to pitch it. I want to pitch it for a show. And so they started sending it out. And everyone that called, every meeting that was set up, I'm thinking, let's get prepared for this pitch, guys. And they were pitching us why they should be the ones to do our show.
Wow.
And that never happened to me. That had never happened to me. And so, Tyler was one of the first people that we met with, his team over there. And, they laid out the case why they were the best ones. And I was like, okay, y'all decide what y'all want to do. And I am so thankful. I am so thankful that he's the team that we teamed up with. Because it has been the most beautiful, the most exciting, the most collaborative project that I have ever been able to work on.
Nice.
And he gets it. He's not afraid. That's the other thing. Tyler's not afraid to tell the stories, to tackle the tough topics. And he's a genius when it comes to comedy and improv and the way we work. It's been incredible. It's been an incredible experience. I cannot wait for you guys to see this. It is my baby. You guys are going to love it. It's for you. It's for all of you. It's us. It's our voice. It's realistic. It's funny as hell. She's flawed, but she's resilient and she is smart and she's relatable as well as aspirational. And I can't wait for you guys to meet her.
It's Cafe Mocha. On the line, Terry J. Vaughn. She is the executive producer and star of her new show, She the People. It will premiere May 22nd on Netflix. Can you talk about how are you guys balancing the realness, but also the funny?
Yeah.
And how are you guys doing that?
Well, I mean, if you really look at what's going on, I mean, for the past 8 years in politics, it's been the most entertaining ever. It's been extremely entertaining.
Yes.
It's been the highs and the lows. It's been laughter. It's been tears. It's been all the things.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of a better time. And when I say that, God is amazing, because I've had this show forever. I was told no so many times. We're not interested in doing a political show. We're not interested. But the timing, you guys, God is amazing. Mm-hmm. The timing could not have been more perfect. Mm-hmm. Because when we started this journey, even when we got the green light and the yes from Tyler and we started working on it, Kamala was not in position for running for president as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
That hadn't happened. And we were shooting this show when all that happened. We were like, oh my God, what have we stumbled into?
Right.
And so it's perfect timing and balancing the absurdity of all the things that is happening that is laughable. And I often wonder, what, as a Black woman in a space like this, what do you do behind closed doors? It's you have to be politically correct when the cameras are on and, you're talking to your constituents and your peers. But then when you go home and you're like, what just happened? And, and you get to, you got to have these conversations with your kids and your friends, and you drink wine and you let loose. I want to see that. And so we get to do all of that and make fun out of what's going on in the world and how absurd people are.
I love that. Who are some of the other people featured on the show with you, Terry?
So I have, Keisha Lance Bottoms is an EP on it, as well as Naya, the co-creator, an EP on it. Acting on it with me, Jo Marie Payton from Family Matters. She plays my mother.
Yes.
And you guys are going to get a kick out of seeing her because she is not Miss Winslow on this.
I love it. Love it.
She is my ghetto ass mama. Oh. It is amazing. So it's fun playing with her. Jade Nova. She plays my cousin. She's hilarious, and I'm so happy for her. This is her first acting gig. And I fell in love with her from watching these skits that she posts. If you guys know Jade, no, but she's an amazing singer. She is an amazing singer. But she would do these skits and these impersonations of Beyonce and Carly B and Erykah Badu, and they were hilarious. Mm-hmm. And so I have been a fan of her and have been following her. And we did this podcast that I was doing for Issa Rae's company. And Jade came in and read one of the characters in this podcast. And it was my first time meeting her. And I was like, you're so funny. And I was like, do you mind if I get your number just in case? And this is years ago. Mm-hmm. This was years ago. And I was like, just in case something comes up, I would love to get your number. So I called her when I was shooting the proof of concept for this. And she's going to steal the show. She does so good, you guys. So I can't wait for you guys to see her in this life. She's hilarious. Dion, and he's a comedian. He plays her boyfriend on the show. He's hilarious. TC Carson plays a friend of mine on the show. He's hilarious, of course. Denise Boutte. The whole cast is hilarious. Yeah. I have an amazing cast.
Terry, we are so excited for you, and we cannot wait. May 22nd on Netflix, She the People. This is just a wonderful, wonderful thing. We want everyone to check it out. And thank you again. Congratulations again. And we'll be watching out for it.
We will.
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
We're at Cafe Mocha Radio. Socially savvy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Serving up more Cafe Mocha on the way.
You don't want to miss actress and producer Marseille Martin and top HBCU alumni in the film industry at the HBCU First Look Film Festival, happening November 6th through the 8th at Howard University. It's 3 days full of masterclasses, panels, networking, and film screenings, all designed to elevate future storytellers. Grab your tickets at hbcufirstlook.com. Download the HBCU First Look app to stay on top of all updates, and follow us on social media at HBCU First Look.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha with Lonnie Love. Yo, I'm Angelique, the producer on the line, comedian, author, now singer, Mr. Tommy Davidson. Welcome back to Cafe Mocha.
Right, man. Glad to be back. Tell that girl I said hi. She done took over the cruise that I used to have. Anyway, she won the cooking show. Every time I get on the show with her, she just take it from me.
As you can tell, this is my friend.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the worst cooks, okay? Then this supposed to be the worst cook. So how she end up being the best cook on the worst cook?
We were on the show Worst Cooks, Tommy and I. And Tommy, they gave a challenge where they wanted Tommy we had to do a dessert or something from scratch. And he baked his famous cake. And I think that's what eliminated him, because he could cook so well.
Yeah.
Throw down.
They got rid of me because I could cook good. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
The name of the show was Worst Cooks, Tommy.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, he made it from
Wait,
scratch.
wait,
That
Lonnie.
was no
I don't think I'm gonna make it with you two on the. I don't think I'm gonna make it with you two on the line. First of all, I'm laughing at your voice, Lonnie, and I'm laughing at his together. And I know I'm gonna have to mute myself off my microphone because just hearing both of y'all over here.
He made it from scratch, like literally, like with his hands.
Right. And tell me it wasn't banging.
Oh, it was. I was like, and the producers was like, "Yes, Tommy Davidson, you're going." It's like, but welcome to the show. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about a whole bunch of things.
Let's talk about now.
Let's talk about what you're doing. You have a single called Stronger with Earth, Wind, and Fire. First of all, the singing,
right?
I had to tell y'all, he is phenomenal. How did you get with Earth, Wind, and Fire? And tell us about this single.
It was just a miracle like life can hand you. You know, here I am, a little boy from D.C. I had to have Earth, Wind, and Fire album for Christmas, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then in my adult, here I go with the song with them. You know, I befriended Verdine White's wife way back when I was doing a pilot with Eddie Murphy's company, Coming to America. I played his son on a CBS series. The series never went, but she was assigned to me to look after me. And I had just got to LA. So we became like brother and sister to this day. When I launched my music career, she said, "You should do something with Dean in there." And I said, "Well, let them know that I got this and that and that." And they came through. Turned out to be stronger than I thought. You know how the big man works. He said, "You want this? I got better."
Tommy,
you do it my way, right?
Just to think of you singing makes me laugh.
Oh, well,
I mean,
you're going to laugh and cry. This is
yeah.
Just to think of you singing makes me laugh because I've grown up with you and watched you excel and advance in so many areas. And I've watched you live out loud for so long. And it's such a blessing. And I know that there are so many doors and windows that are going to open for you in your life. But when I heard singing, I'm like, I want to hear him sing.
Oh, you don't know.
Hey, man, you heard me sing, man. You've heard me sing as Oscar Proud. You know, get in the room, you know. So I've done so much, Michael Jackson and freaking everybody from Al Jarreau and now finally, my real voice is heard. You know.
So
and people laugh for like probably about 3 minutes, and then they go, "Wait a second, hold on now."
Because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm thinking to myself, wait, so you really sing?
Yeah, like hold on a second. This is Suave meets y'all remember Suave? Meets Albie Shore, meets Charlie Wilson, meets Peebo Bryson, meets Chris Brown. Well, not all that, but I can say.
Was there a concern coming from a comedy background that you wouldn't be taken seriously as a singer?
Of course.
I mean,
I built myself up and do a solid comedy career, and then switch over and take on singing. Thank God it got done before. You know, Eddie Murphy did it with Party All the Time. I ain't want to sing nothing like that. And then Jamie came along, played him on right? And so the door got opened. I was trying to figure out, how do I go into the music industry and have people take the music serious? And so all I did was do some serious music. You know, and y'all know this, each and one of y'all know this. If you got your strategy and you put in the work, all you got to do is wait for him to do his part. You know, that's the way I did it.
We're talking to Tommy Davidson. You have a new single out with Earth, Wind, and Fire called Stronger. And was it difficult finding your own voice? Because you bring up Jamie Foxx, and Jamie doesn't have what I would call a signature sound. He sounds different on every record. He sounds like Sylvester on this record. He sounds like whoever on that record. But
That's
how
Sylvester,
did you...
Huh?
Yes, well, yeah, there was that one song where I was like, dang, he channeling Sylvester. But I wonder how difficult it was for you to find the Tommy sound.
Because I had it all along. You know, when I was 4, my mother used to put me on the coffee table with all her black friends, and I could do anything. Aretha Franklin, James Brown, all the hip dances. From there, it was the Jackson 5. Won every talent show up till I was 6 years old. Even had grown men coming over to my house and, "Can your son come and sing with our band?" I feel like at a club. You're crazy, you know? And I did that for years as a kid. And finally, I just said, man, I'm going to do what all the other boys are doing, chase girls and trying to play football and basketball, you know, and put that down.
Mm-hmm.
But I always stayed close to the music. And so once I got to a certain point in my career, the opening opened up where I had the time and I had the energy and I had the ideas to do it. Nothing really works unless the time is right.
Now, how did you find the production?
That was just something that happened over time. Every music hero of mine I met over the last 35 years here. So Patti LaBelle, you know, she saw me and she was like, you're going to be a star. Luther saw me, put me on tour with him. Patti put me on tour with her. Kenny G saw me, put me on tour with him. You know, I met Stevie Wonder. We became friends. Love my music. You know, it just started going and going and going. Quincy, Kashif, I don't know if y'all remember him.
Yeah.
Everybody they took notice that I had a musical talent.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just a matter of time. And, you know, I'm just humbled by process and having the opportunity because the timing on this song is perfect because it's called Stronger. And I was left in the trash as an infant and rose to be here, not on my own.
Mm.
After what happened with the elections and everything,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like there America go again trying to discount us, right?
Right.
Like we ain't valuable. Like the best you got to send, we're going to give you the worst and still show y'all. But they don't understand that the thing about us is that's when we start.
Mm-hmm.
We start getting stronger from that point. When something happens like that, we kick into another gear. And nobody else got that gear but us. And they can't understand it.
It's Cafe Mocha on the line. My comedy brother, Tommy Davidson, he has a new single out called Stronger with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Also, you can see him on the show we all love, Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. The 3rd season is coming soon. And also, he has comedy dates. And let me tell you something. I hung with Tommy, and I've always, you know, whether we are working or we hang in like behind the scenes, when I say what you see on stage, when you go to his comedy shows, when you go to his concerts, that's him backstage. He's the coolest person. I can understand why he's been able to get so many people to work with him because he's just an authentic man. And, you know, to ask you this as being an author, being a comedian, being a performer, being a singer, what drives you? What drives you to want to keep entertaining? I mean, because you've been in this for a while, but what drives you, Tommy?
Yeah. What brought us here? They knew what they was getting when they brought us here. The best of the best. And so I just want to represent. I'm on full scholarship in this lifetime from my great grandmother and grandfather. They took the lash so I could have the cash, bro.
We let it simmer. You know? We let stuff
there
simmer.
You go.
You know?
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is The Espresso. Do you know crazy Candace Owens, the Black Republican podcaster who's always dogging Black people? Well, she's getting sued by the president of France and his wife for saying this ridiculousness.
France's first lady could be a man, that the Macrons are related in committing incest, and that the Macrons, the couple, is being controlled by the CIA.
Cracker Barrel changed its logo and is removing all the clutter from their general store. People are going crazy.
They literally are mad that Cracker Barrel changed their logo and said Cracker Barrel went woke.
And Megan Thee Stallion is hosting the most interesting song battle show I've ever heard. Patti LaBelle, Boyz II Men, and Eve are just some of the artists battling it out.
Grammy winners, international chart toppers, legendary performers
will be collabing with K-pop idols to create mind-blowing performances in the world's most lit song battle ever.
K-pop is streaming on Apple TV+. That's The Espresso.
This is Cafe Mocha. Radio from a woman's perspective.
We're talking to Tommy Davidson. By the way, if you want to hear more of his story, he came out last time he was on here is talk about his book, Living in Color, What's Funny About Me, stories from In Living Color, pop culture, stand-up comedy, and of course his life.
That's what I love about you, Tommy, is the fact that you were able to always tell the truth about who you are. A lot of people see us from the outside. They never really get a chance to know us for who we are and what we represent. They don't know the child coming up to the person who always wanted to sing but became a famous comedian and actor and author. But when people can meet you, still greet you and hear your truth, it makes you just the amazing legend that you have grown in our eyes to become.
Thank y'all. And y'all, look what Kamala did. It's no different than what y'all did. You know, it's no different than the influence that MC Light had on you. You know, or LA. You know what I mean? First time I heard MC Light was on K Day, and I thought it was a little boy. I was like, man, who is that? You know,
and then you saw Yo-Yo, and you knew she was a whole woman.
Man, okay. Now what? You get what I'm saying? Now you see that?
You know what?
You know, Eve and all of them come after that.
I want to go back. You talked a little bit about Kamala, and there was a bunch of controversy over what race she is, what race she claims, and I wonder if you identified in some ways with that, having grown up in a family with white people, a family of white people. Did you? I mean, how much did that bother you?
It didn't really bother me. I'm laughing.
Oh, were you laughing?
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm laughing at how simple-minded people can be. You know, like as if color got anything to do with intelligence. Like if color got anything to do with love and someone who really cares about your medical care and these things that are important. You know, the man with the money want to put it on the color because his favorite color green. You know, so long as he gets that, he ain't worried about it. Say you're not black, you're not black, you're not black. It works in reverse. She's not really black. 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 And then people who haven't been exposed to black people start thinking maybe this is a nigga. You know what I mean? Maybe this is a nigga. You know? Because he keeps saying that, and that's code word for that. Because if you're really black, you be trying to serve me, and we ain't about that no more.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Davidson. For all of Tommy's projects and his recent news, go to thetommydavidson.com. Thank you so much, Tommy.
Love y'all, man, and y'all doing great work. Every time I show up on y'all the same.
We love you too, bro.
Thank you. Love
Have
y'all.
a good one.
Yo, keep going, girl. Love you. All of y'all.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Want a little more of our flavor? Stay right there. It's Cafe Mocha.
We've had some great guests this month. If you missed the interviews with comedian Earthquake or Lavelle, just go to our podcast at Mocha Podcast Network. Even if you heard the interviews, you can only hear the whole conversation on the podcast. MochaPodcastNetwork.com.
I had my grandson for the summer in Myrtle.
Myrtle Beach?
I know. Yes. Well, we've been there for 2 years now. I had such a great time being a grandma for the summer.
Oh.
I know. Guess what? It elevated my grandmaism. I'm serious. I felt like it was a deeper connection. Me and my grandson had conversations we never have when he's just at my house. I felt like it was a pause. I think, when we're in Los Angeles, I think he gets a lot of my rushness. He gets me rushing.
Right.
Stay in the room. Give me a minute. Let me handle this call. In Myrtle Beach, I'm more of Yolanda. And I saw it. I felt I'm like, oh my God, I'm really doing this grandma thing.
I love it.
Like it or not, huh?
Love it. And people say you love your grandkids so much. I mean, but being a grandmother is such a responsibility because, like I said, taking that time to just listen to him talk. Normally I have to say, give me a second. He wants me to, I learned about Minecraft. I mean, I realized that there's chemistry involved in these games. These kids are smarter than you think they are. They know stuff you don't even, but I had the time to listen. So shout out to the grandparents who took took on the responsibility to get their damn kids a break because it was great for me.
Wow.
How
I
old
love
is
that.
your little man?
He just turned 6.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, Grandma, do you know what bedrock is? And I said, bedrock. And of course, I'm Googling while he's talking. I'm like, bedrock. Of course, I know what bedrock is. Pebbles,
Bam, bam.
Yeah, bam, bam. Pebbles.
Flintstones.
Right. He said, no. He said, it's the foundation. He said, if once you crack the bedrock, you fall into space.
Wow. Wow.
Like, how do you spell mom? Okay, let's get back to the basics. Okay, have you learned how to spell
M-O-M?
Right. Have you learned how to spell am? I need you to learn how to tie your shoes and spell am. You keep telling me about stuff I don't know nothing about bedrock. Can you spell am?
Wow.
That's amazing.
I said, how do you spell I? He said, like the letter I. And I said, how do you spell am? He said, like the letter am. Okay,
that's great.
I just love it. I love people being grandmas and aunties. And there was a recent survey that says aunties are just as important in the lives of children as mothers. And I've been telling people that, because, sometimes us aunties, we don't get the justice that we deserve. My one niece, the school just started. I'm already getting a call from the teacher.
About what?
She is bad. And so instead of giving her mother's number, she done gave the teacher my number. Ooh. The teacher calling me like I'm the mama. And I'm like, wait, what? Because, my niece don't want me to tell her mother. She know I ain't going to tell her mother. And, I can always tell when it's back to school because I get the, hey, auntie, that call. Hey, auntie, because they know they need school supplies, stuff like that. And I'm like, did y'all see the price of school supplies?
I know.
But aunties are important, just like moms, dads, uncles. So if you are auntie, I want to salute all the aunties out there. Yeah, especially the rich ones, the rich auntie. That's what I'm trying to be.
Gotta be rich nowadays. Wait.
Hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend coming up in September. Erica Campbell of Mary Mary, and from Grey's Anatomy, Dr. Ben Warren. Until next time, you can find us on all platforms at Cafe Mocha Radio. Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Super Radio. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.